Your nose is bleeding.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. There's blood dripping down your face.
It's only a flesh wound.
Oh, you look... you mouth breather.
Hey there, Nomads of Lore. I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Sean.
And we are Mead and Mischief. Your home away from no home. No home at all, right?
No home at all.
So today we're going to be talking about one of our favorite shows that hopefully is coming up pretty soon. Season 4.
Quattro.
The Stranger Things. The Stranger Things.
The
Strange Things. The Doctor Strange of Things. Stranger Things on Netflix, Season 4, coming up. Super excited. So today we're going to be discussing 4 things that we would like to see happen in Season 4.
Absolutely.
So let's get started off. We're going to start with one of our favorite characters, for sure.
There's so many good characters
in
the show.
There is. Lots of good characters. And this character is Lucas. He's been a little bit underdeveloped at this point, to say the least, just to put it mildly. I really feel like he's had
He's got a lot of potential.
He does. He has a lot of potential. He's had too little screen time, and he's been a little ranty, or gripey. I don't remember. Oh, I do remember the word we did use earlier. But anyway, so yeah, we're hoping that hopefully in this new season we will see him actually do something.
Get some more development.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had some good heroic moments and stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to get him more developed and more coming into his own.
Kind of the Dustin and
Will.
Well, no, Dustin with his the
with
group,
Steve.
Steve, yeah.
Harrington.
Yeah. So kind of that thing if Lucas could get a buddy or
Lucas needs a thing that's not just griping at everybody. Because right now that's his thing.
Yeah. So anyway, we'd love to see Lucas get something that can kind of push his character out a little bit and give us a little bit more of him.
Cool character.
He is a good one. So what's second?
So speaking of characters, actually before we speak of characters, make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe, ring the bell, all those things. Let us know in the comments below what your favorite parts and what you're looking forward to seeing in Season 4 of Stranger Things. So our second thing, staying on that theme of characters, is we would like to see the characters and the character arcs continue to grow and develop and mature over time. A concern that we have for upcoming seasons is that the characters, because they've done so much character growth overall in this show with so many different characters, that our fear is that it's going to kind of get stale because they're going to just kind of flatten out because they've done so much development and so much has happened with the characters and characterizations. And so we'd like to see some more growth. That can mean a lot of different things. More changes, more things adapting, throwing in some more of the characters. There's all kinds of different from a writing standpoint. From a writing standpoint, there's dozens of ways to do it.
They have a lot of different opportunities to do this too, because the kids are teenage years, and that's a lot of changes, as we all know.
Absolutely,
there's a lot of things that they could go through.
They've done a great job of this.
We're not saying they haven't done it. We just hope they continue to do it.
Yes, exactly, and don't kind of rest on their laurels with the characters that they've developed, because that's a phrase, resting on your laurels.
Resting on laurels, that's right. So our number 3 of the things we would like to see them do in this next season is a pretty obvious one, if I do say so, is we hope that 11 gets her powers back.
In a good way.
But in a good way, yeah. And the reasoning behind that, we kind of discussed a little bit beforehand, was if you all remember, there was a really good show back, I don't even remember when this was, probably 2004, 5, 6, somewhere in there.
Yeah, somewhere. It's been a while now.
2006.
Same sort of time as Lost.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna look it up, and it's gonna be like 2011 or something.
Right.
Anyway. So that is, I don't even know what I'm talking
Heroes.
about. Heroes, yeah, the show Heroes. I rabbit trailed.
You rabbit trailed inside your head.
That's why I don't like them. No, anyway, so Heroes, good show, but they kind of got a little bit out of whack with hero powers. She had good powers. There was a good, we've got a good baseline of her powers.
11.
She is very powerful.
Yes,
right? Yeah. but they've kind of put a cap on her, and that's good. Like, she can't overstress herself, whatever. And we hope that they're able to continue that and probably, I guess, expand upon that.
Mm-hmm.
But in Heroes, the thing that was its downfall is we had the character of Peter, we believe.
That's what our memory is telling us.
Which is the character that pretty much just ate up other people's abilities. He was able to just take on, kind of like Kirby, just take on abilities of other people and then just...
But he kept them all.
But he keeps them all, yeah. And stacks them on top of each other. And then they had to nerf him really big so that he wasn't just this crazy, powerful hero.
For those of you who aren't gamers, nerfing means reduce their...
Yeah, that's right. Reduce their abilities.
Abilities.
Yeah. So, anyway, we're just hoping that 11's powers do come back, but that they
handle it well.
Yeah, and they did a really good job. I did enjoy last season that they didn't leave the ending up to her, because she kind of saved season 1, she kind of saved season 2.
Yeah.
Kind of saved season 3, and I mean there were other characters obviously that had to be there to happen, but the fact that she lost her abilities and it was up to other people was an awesome way. It was
well done, and we would like to see them bring that back in a good way that is fulfilling and not boring, not frustrating. Yep. Okay, so our last thing is that, and this is something I've honestly felt since season 1, that one of my biggest asks, probably similar with Jonathan, I imagine, but is that I would like to learn more and have more developed with the lore and the world building elements of the show, because they have the potential to make this very interesting. They could go, and one of the nice things for the writers, and I'm sure this is intentional, as that it could go a lot of different ways. The lore could go more fantastical, kind of fantasy, dark fantasy, horror fantasy, whatever else, all that kind of stuff. Speaking of, we're going to have a video next week talking about all the genres and the blending of that, how this show does that really well. So check that out next week. Once it comes out, we'll link it in this iCard. But anyway, it could go that route and be more fantastical. It also, because of the government conspiracies and those experimentations there, it could also go more on the science fiction route and push more to that. But either way, we would love to see more development of that and more world building outside. And it really seems like this one is definitely going to happen. It seems like this season is setting up to expand the world of Stranger Things beyond Hawkins and stuff. So I think that is where this is going to go, and I'd love to see more and more of that, because it could be very interesting.
For those of you, yeah, exactly. For those of you that do know, I keep referencing this show because it's a great reference for a lot of things, and he hasn't watched it, so he can close his ears if he wants to. But anyway, Attack on Titan.
I watched a lot of it.
Well, yeah.
I haven't finished
not all of it. So Attack on Titan really does a good job of this, and this is kind of where I'd like to see Stranger Things go. It starts the lens is very close,
right,
on this community, I guess, or this
horrific community.
Yeah. and as time goes on and as the seasons go on, you get this broader and broader and broader and broader scope view of what's actually going on. And I'd like to see a little bit of that.
Absolutely.
Happen. It'd be awesome.
Yeah. And done well. And we've seen that, and I'm sure the authors are the writers of this show, the Duffer Brothers are kind of probably treading on. They're kind of probably stepping lightly, because the one time they've really tried to do this in last season, where 11 goes out second season. Yes, not last season, but where she goes out and meets 8 or whatever, and they kind of dip their toe into expanded world building. It wasn't received very well, and so they're going to have to do it in a way that doesn't feel kind of like it just takes you out of what was been important for the season. I think that's the biggest problem with that. Is it just felt like it was a huge jump. It needs to be they're going to have to do it more organically and more fluidly, and bring those layers lightly. And I think they can build on that. I didn't hate that episode as much as a lot of people, not even as much as Jonathan. And I don't know that he's as up in arms as some people absolutely abhor it, but. But
I think you came up with a really good idea for a way that they could do that, which is just to have, because we talked about how her sister was kind of her mentor in that episode, and you could take and possibly maybe at this Russian place or whatever where they find Hopper, there's other kids that have been kept up until this point or something, and they find them, and 11 is kind of their mentor or something, and kind of broadens out
helping
that
them even.
Yeah. There's a bunch of different ways they could do it.
Let her instead of her having to be the one that kills the big bad all the time, she could be the one that helps
somebody else.
It's kind of the whole idea of like Ellen Ripley in Aliens, where they give some humanizing and some angles there. She's already been had the angsty teen with Hopper and did that. Let her take care of. That's what becoming an adult is all about, is being able to take care of yourself and other people.
That's right.
So as she grows into adulthood, that would be a really great thing. Yeah.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, we already talked about it. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things. We hope you all have a wonderful afternoon.
See you later. Bye.
45 minutes later.
You're a loony.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, like that.
It's been a flash wound.
But a flash wound. We're going to get this.
You're a loony.